Obviously, we can't talk about the news this week without talking about Trump's rollout of what amounts to a military takeover of policing in Washington, D.C. First of all, let's talk about why this is happening at all. One of the reasons they're trying this with D.C. in particular is because Congress actually does have direct oversight of the city's budget and policy. Dozens of federal law enforcement agencies already operate in a patchwork of jurisdictions around the city, and the president does in fact have the ability to deploy the National Guard in the city for a 30-day period, and it will not surprise me if and when the president asks Congress to extend that period so that he can keep doing what he's doing. As a city, Washington, D.C. has a couple of important demographic things in common with Los Angeles, which is, of course, the first place that Trump deployed the military to. D.C.'s population, like LA's, is majority people of color. In D.C., that population is over 40% black. D.C. also has a black woman mayor, and although she's been a little bit scarce for the past week, it doesn't seem like a coincidence that LA's mayor is also a black woman. Let's be perfectly clear. This is not about crime or public safety or whatever fig leaf Trump is claiming this is about. This is an intentional experiment to push the envelope yet again to see what he can get away with. Since deploying, the National Guard has been setting up checkpoints, asking residents of color for proof of residence and citizenship, and undertaking targeted harassment campaigns against the unhoused population of the city, even though there's nowhere for many of these folks to go. Over the weekend, they set up a youth curfew zone and used it as an excuse to jail organizers. It should come as a surprise to no one that the fascists are going after some of the most vulnerable people in the city. Young people, especially young people of color, are already over-policed. We also know that unhoused people are more likely to have disabilities. Unhoused youth, in particular, are more likely to be LGBTQ, but they will not stop there unless they are stopped, which is what local organization Free DC is ready to do. Since Inauguration Weekend, Free DC has been organizing DC residents to prepare for exactly this moment. Free DC has been holding monthly ward-level meetings to get neighbors in formation to help keep people safe and build power to win real home rule for the city. If you're in DC, now is the time to get organized. You can sign up for an orientation at freedcproject.org and find local folks in your ward who are in motion right now. They're onboarding people quickly for youth support, cop watch strolls, non-cooperation trainings, and you can join them. If you aren't in the district, Free DC explicitly is not asking for folks to show up in town right now. They are asking for folks to write their members of Congress to use the power that they have to de-escalate the militarization of DC's police force and advance legislation that would give DC's mayor and city council actual power to govern. Let people know about what's happening, lift up the asks from DC, and make noise wherever we can. And for those of us who are in places where they're going to try this next, it's time to set up those networks, because we're going to need them when they come here.